Hello everyone, it's Addictive here once again with another Crash Course update, and this one's going to be a long one. A couple days ago on stream I cast some recorded ranked ladder games from the Crash Course players, and I'm going to upload them here for anyone that didn't manage to catch them live, but there were some sick matches. Crash Course, once again, is my event I'm running where I'm taking 3 Age of Empires 2 beginners, challenging them to learn as much as they can about the game before I make them put what they've learned to the test in a tournament bracket against each other. They will be restricted to just the 13 original Age of Kings civs, and their tournament matches will be played on Arabia Arena and Mega Random. So look forward to those tournament games starting at the end of September. Scarcely over a week left, 9 days left as recording this video. For now, let's check out some of their ranked matches as they've been learning the game. Alright, we're in game 1. I'm so excited. First Crash Course match cast. It's been over a month. We're nearly at the end of the practice period. We got 2 weeks-ish left until we get the actual tournament games. But here we go. Woad Raider is taking on a around 700 elo opponent on the rank ladder. Woad Raider at this time was around 700 too. He's been falling, so he was around like 800 when he finished his placement matches like 5 years ago. But it's been so long since he played, he's just been having a rough time of it. He's yet to like win enough that he's found his elo. But this was pretty good. I think he does a lot of things really well. But we have some time to chill here. This is, we know 700 elo Glade. But some things go crazy in this game. We'll see. They have better RTC than me already. Well, don't hold your breath. All of them are struggling with that. They all know they're all very good at they're crazy good students. It's really made my job super easy. I'm worried if I do this again that like I'll get people who aren't as good at like learning or remembering things that they are. Like they know, they get the concept so quickly. But yeah, we got an opponent, Vietnamese. I think this guy had played a lot of games. Woad Raider obviously hasn't. Although Woad Raider played a decent bit of HD. But I think, like I was saying, his advantage that he has over Longboat Samurai is he is super comfortable being on random maps. Like completely non-Arabia, non-standard. The others are getting there. Longboat is a god. I think he might actually be better than Woad Raider at this stage. At being on completely random maps. He mains Mega Random. He's totally fine with no matter what the situation is. This was closer to the beginning, I think. Back here, Woad Raider was better at it. I might go 2 times speed just to get to the action. We're on just classic Glade opens. But to be fair, he has never seen this map before. He figured it out pretty quickly. We watched it back together. But it's a different one. Loads of Glory. Yes, this is... I'm going to cast... If I can cast all of them, I'm going to cast 5 games today. I might cast 3. Depends how long it takes to get through it. I have 1 game from Woad Raider, 2 games then from Longboat and Samurai. If I can get through them all, that's great. But I have a coaching session with Samurai later tonight. I just don't know when he's free. So we'll see how far we can get through. One thing I have to say about Woad Raider, and he's not going to... he shouldn't feel called out by this because it's so true. He has the worst habit of... He does his Dark Age very good. Like, obviously, idle time is a bit rough. But when he's finished scouting his base, he right-clicks a random point on the map, and it's always the enemy town center. It happens so much. Like, watch, it's about to happen here as well. He doesn't follow his scout too much with his camera. He'll just, like, click the map. Like, he clicks somewhere on the map, looks away, and it's uncanny that the scout always runs directly to the enemy town center. It's ridiculous. So this is a very common... If this is a hidden cup style... where we didn't know even the aliases, this is how you detect Woad Raider. He, like, self-admittedly, his scout dies to town center nearly every game, or nearly dies. But he's getting there. It's crazy. Like, in the games I've played with him, or watched with him, even if it's like Arabia, where his TC's here, opponent's TC's like here, he will somehow just right-click the enemy town center and the scout runs straight there and dies. It's ridiculous. It's not even like a shift queue. Also, look at this. Enemy looking to slap the scout, nearly gets it. You think random maps are better for lower legends or Sentinels? Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I don't know if I super agree. I think these guys are freaks. But I think if you're literally learning to play the game, I don't know if you should be doing insane random maps. Get the basics first with like the classic maps, then dip your toe into, just don't be afraid of crazy maps. Going straight there from nothing is, you can do it. It's just, it feels like it's a bit too hard. I can't remember, does he lose his scout here, but his scout, this is like every game. He's very used to playing with a low HP scout because he just gets shot by the town center every game. But look at this, 700 elo opponent. Send him a Vil forward on its own. He knows it's a scout around too. Don't think Woad Raider saw this though. We're coming forward. Woad Raider, idle time is kind of rough, but it's better than the opponent by quite a bit. Getting our barracks going to be too late. 18 Vils up. He does not fear. Like, he did not get the memo a lot of people thought it was, thinking it was a fast castle map. He's like, no, I'm going up to fight. And he wants to get wall his own base. Unfortunately, oh, he also killed the Vil, I think. No, the Vil died to... Did the Vil die to just a rhino? Hold on, what happened to this villager? Oh, the Vil just died to a leopard. A jaguar. I actually thought I thought Woad Raider killed this Vil. Damn, Jaguar, you're with the snipe? Are we non-loomed? We're non-loomed walking forward to try and make things happen. Holy. Scout is still alive. Are we taking bets? Yes. Well, money bets, no. But when the actual tournaments game's coming up, there will be bets, and I'll probably be voting on them because I won't know the results either. Oh, Scout gets taken down though for Woad Raider back home at the opponent's base. Yeah, no loom. Arsena goes, do they have favorite civs yet? Yeah, kind of. I'll talk about that. Woad Raider is picking Celts a lot. I think he is sticking to the aliases more than anyone else. I've told him you don't have to pick the civ that like your alias is. But he's pretty committed to playing Celts. He likes Woad Raider. That's pretty much why he picked it. He just likes the Woad Raider unit. So he's getting practice on Celts. Militia stable? Yeah, so I had them learn just like a basic scouts build. But Woad Raider has been pretty good at like adapting. He wants to make militia. He's gonna go 2 militia and then 3 scouts. He has this habit too. He leaves his things garrisoned for a really long time. He's pretty good at attacking, I have to say. For the level that they're at, I just think his first attack comes very, very late because he leaves them garrisoned for a long time. I think he forgets about them. The opponent's going to go for a super late barracks. We're going to try and get our own wall down. But look at this opponent. He's coming forward to try and lock Woad Raider in. This gets seen opponent with, again, 1 Vil. That does have loom this time. So timings, I think we'll get there. If Woad Raider can really play a lot in the next 2 weeks, his timings will get a lot better. It's just like, he's doing the classic, he's struggling to just control his base. You have to remember, like, just adding farms, setting rally points, getting Vils working is taking up so much of his mind. He's forgetting to use the units he's making. He's doing a good job making them. Gonna have 3 scouts, 2 militia, but the only thing is, yeah, he did actually wall us in. He fixed it though. That's been the problem with other players. They wall them in, they don't notice. The only issue is whether he leaves before he realizes he's being walled in, which is such a low elo Legends problem. It's so funny. What are the bets? Does he get out before he realizes he's being walled in? Because scouts will reach there before the last tile gets put down. What do you think? The answer is no. He doesn't. He nearly does. It's so... Oh, it's so classic. I actually love it so much that, like, the moment he thinks to leave his base is the moment the last tile of Palisade is being made. He actually drops a well played in the chat. Opponent's crazy. 1 Vil to repair and drop a tower. And this is opponent Pixglade, by the way. He didn't This was not a Woad Raider choice. Also, this is pretty sick. I didn't tell him this. Putting houses up against the tree line is, I think, obviously, it isn't the biggest, you know, brainwave leap. But that's, a lot of people just drop houses everywhere in these type maps like Black Forest and stuff. And they don't think about like the space of their base later on. That's pretty good thinking, because I think a lot of people have the habit with like, oh, I don't want to cover my wood line because I want to take that later. But he's here. He has mad arms. He hasn't got them moving yet. He can break out though. I think at this stage, he's actually panicking, which is the problem. At low elo, anytime something weird is happening, you're like, oh god, oh no, my opponent knows his map. He's going to mess me up. But it's only one vill. It's one vill that wants to build a tower, which is insane. And back home, opponent is getting set up. We got a range, got a blacksmith, we got one archer on the way. But now we got Kelp Man at Arms on the field. And now opponent's like, oh god. Wait, what? You're making units? That's cheating. We're at 7OG though. Why are you making units? Come on, Woad Raider. One of them's got to break. We only have one vill. Now, if opponent was here with more vills, this is actually super annoying. But I think still not that worth it. Now, idle times are going crazy because both players are just like staring at this. No one is making anything. There's a lot of militia. Look at all the man-at-arms queues, bro. He's going to 10 man-at-arms. We're breaking out. Opponent is panicky trying to house wall. Yeah, he's going to break out. House foundation goes down. We're out. Freedom. It's so good. So when we watched this together on the replay, he was like, it's so classically me that like the moment the opponent finishes walling is when I decide to check, or it was when I decided to leave my base. If he was 1 second earlier, he would have caught the villager. But again, no actual harm done. He's out. It honestly just cost opponent a lot more than any kind of annoyance was dealt to Woad Raider. It maybe delayed the attack. If the opponent didn't wall, maybe Woad Raider just runs straight in. But now he's going to lose a villager. Scout goes down. And the archer's going to go down. So Woad Raider in the driver's seat now has access to the rest of the map, and he's making villagers again, which is the main thing. I think long term in this game, it's actually an interesting matchup. On this map, I love Celts because it's very hard to keep a Celt player out of your glade. But Vietnamese, I think, can deal with Celt units fairly well. We'll see what the idea is though. So classic low elo. Opponent has 3 spearmen, goes for forging when we need to clear castle age, but not the end of the world. Look at the units. 14 man-at-arms in feudal age. Woad Raider, we're floating 1,000 wood. He's just trying to remember, like, what do I need to do? He drops his market. Again, as I'm saying, like, I wasn't on call with him at all. This was him playing Toad on his own. So pretty good for him to, like, figure out what he needs to do. He needs to get this eco back under control. Opponent is going to click to castle age sometime soon, though. A lot of higher elo players wouldn't think of Arson. Yeah, he remembers upgrades a lot. He's actually pretty good at this. I'm so scared to hover anything in case it just shows a player name. Drop 15 farms, yeah. The opponent is building some sort of archers. Castle is clicked. Woad Raider is grabbing all the eco upgrades before he thinks about castle age, but eco is fairly better. Idle time for both players is pretty rough. But opponents lost 3 vills now. 2 of them were just lost to, I think, the boar and a jaguar. One of them was killed. Now Woad Raider is going to go like, you know what? I don't respect your buildings. I'm playing Celts. I'm on man-at-arms and I have arson. Let's go. This is one thing that I think Woad Raider is good at, better than the other players, is that he knows, like, sometimes you don't need siege. If the defense is only buildings, just attack the buildings. Spearmen jump out, they're going to get eviscerated. Opponent goes for stonewall behind, though. So all the buildings being pressured, barracks goes down, range is going to be right behind it. All these buildings are going to die. There's no way you can hold this. Opponent's going to try and go for a full stonewall. But as people found out on Glade, getting stuck inside your own base can be pretty damn rough. There's not that much in the base. Kind of need to be on the map. Woad Raider, I think, is thinking about Castle Age now. We're just waiting for the food. Nice. Like, we're getting to a decent farm economy. 16 farms. Eco spread is okay. Could fix the wood problem, though. 1,200 wood. Little crazy. Castle hits for opponent, though. That will remind Woad Raider to click Castle Age. Blacksmith gets killed. Oh, I actually notice this. Even denies infantry armor. I don't know why opponent is getting infantry upgrades, though. Unless he's just seeing his opponents on infantry and thinks that he has to go infantry. Even towers in defense. Opponent is terrified of this push from Woad Raider. We're dropping extra ranges. Woad Raider, little house on the way to castle, though. He's adding more man at arms. He's like, well, it seems to be working. So I'm just going to keep killing buildings. But opponent gets the full stonewall down, which does buy him time. So Woad Raider is just like, all right, okay, I can't get in here now. We back off for a bit. But definitely Woad Raider in the driver's seat. Contain the opponent on this map and keep him there. Yeah, that's the on Glade. Like, it feels like a boom map where you can just sit in here in full 3TC, but there's not that much actually in here. 4 tile gold, 4 tile stone. Everything's out in the middle. So I may 2x speed us again because we're going to be chilling here for a minute while the players try to figure out what their strategies are. Opponent, thankfully, is going for get stone shaft mining. Holy, it's going to go for archers. Drops a second TC. So also, this is, I've heard is a controversial opinion, but it's what I've been doing because I truly believe it's the right thing. I've told all the players up until now, the whole month and a half, I've told them don't add more town centers. Stay on one. And they've all been doing that. Only literally this week have we started adding town centers. And you're going to see in some other games I'm going to cast today how true it is that my players will be on 1 town center. Opponents will be on like 4 to 5 town centers. And the Crash Course players will still have more vills. It's uncanny. Like every game they do it. Every game. So lately, they've been getting so good at like building up resource bank that I've been saying like just drop town centers. Drop town centers when you want to like move out of your base. See if you can keep them running, but not the minute we get to Castle Age. Just make units. So we got longsword and iron casting and second armor. Woad Raider is pretty sick at getting upgrades. He does remember his upgrades. And I just talked about that. He is going to go to a second TC. This was actually before I think we had done a big session. So he remembers to make TCs from the last time he plays. I don't remember how good he is at actually using them. Idle time is pretty rough. But definitely Samurai and Longbow, I've told just don't make town centers. Until this week, we're now starting to learn adding more barracks as well. Yeah, exactly. Torpor now at Low making armies OP. So OP. Just any army. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong army. Any army at all is crazy OP. Siege Tower will be sick. I don't know if he knows about Siege Tower. We kind of went over all the units, but it's been a long time. I actually don't know if he remembers Siege Towers exist. See, this is the problem. This is maybe before we had that session. He's on 2 TC. He's actually lower in vills than the opponent. The opponent is also struggling. Opponent getting decent upgrades. We got handcart on the way in. Or handcart. We're doing classic low elo chilling. I'm on a 2x speed. Building up a force. Res collected not too far apart. We got a workshop. Rams on the way. My god, it's warm in my room. I don't know why. It's freezing cold outside. I melted. Now, this is a little scary. Opponent with 17 Vietnamese crossbow. We got Bodkin. No armor. Do we have, like, thumb ring, everything like that? We got thumb ring. No ballistics. Making units. Not that big of an army. I think this is not that scary to, what Woad Raider has right now. Woad Raider has crazy upgrades. Do we have squires? Oh, no, we're Celts. We're just fast. Alright, seize the crossbow. Do we fight this? Can't remember. Oh, we do. Wait, do we? Yes. Almost could flood in. Opponent does go for the hill. Oh, right clicks a deer. That was pretty rough. He wanted to take the hill. Oh, that's unfortunate. But Kelk got the speedy longswords. Damn, that was a traitor deer. Deer gets turned into a cloud of red mist. Could spell the end. This actually is a closer fight than I thought. I would think that the longswords would wreck here. The numbers aren't amazing, but they are going to get this clean up. But nice. And look at this back home. Triple barracks longswords producing, and he saw that the opponent's going archers, so he's got some skirms producing. No upgrades for the skirms, but that's sick that he's thinking about it. And of course, Ram's just building up. Oh no, Ram's going forward already. He's definitely a player that likes to build up an army though first. He never will just like go forward with the little raids, except for his like first couple scouts. They're the units he'll go and just like annoy with poke and prod, but with any other army, he just lets it build up at home first. Look at all the skirms. We're going elite skirm as well. No fletching or anything. This is a scary army. This army will just kill the entire base if he attacks right now. I don't think he knows. Although, opponent actually queuing up a lot of crossbow. Going to be at 30 crossbow a minute. We're going forward. Gonna TC the outside. Okay, that's pretty sick. Getting a TC on the outside for a new gold. Did the old gold run out? Yes, it did actually. Woad Raider wants a castle on the outside. Try and take some more space of his own. He does this a lot. I need to ask him what this is about because I've noticed it in a couple games. He goes rams, but he always garrisons like skirms in the rams. Or like range units. Rather than like his longsword or like pikes. He loves garrisoning like archers and skirms. He's like a mini Phosphor before the ram change happened. I'm not sure what the thinking is there. Maybe he just wants to ferry them to the archers. Opponent does want to come forward again with another group of archers. I don't think this is good for opponent. You want to let these build up. Opponent sees the rams. Don't think. Oh, now Woad Raider sees this. Castle gets completed. He's coming. This should be another cleanup again. Opponent making a big mistake by letting his archers getting caught so many times. Maybe he thinks range unit can shoot for them. I have to ask him. I'm actually not sure why he does this. Maybe he just didn't think about it. But he does often garrison the range units rather than melee units. Will be a cleanup yet again. Kelt's just too damn strong. Kelty TC, Kelty everything. Full clear again. We got archers. Sorry, we got rams. TC on the outside as well. So yeah, we're 3 TC. Eco is not the best. Idle time is really rough. Opponent going Shatras, which is interesting. We're not doing any elephants just yet. Will be relevant later. Here we go. Like, to me, when I watched this back with him, I was like, oh, this is where you win. And he's like, just keep watching. I was like, wait, what? How do you not win the whole game right now? The longsword's in. Ram's going to shatter the stone walls. There's nothing left here. We have 5 archers producing. Opponent's adding stables on the outside. There's cavalry archers being produced somewhere. I think they're like stuck in the back of the queue. And we're in. I was sitting on call with him like, oh dude, sick game. Like this was literally perfect. And he's like, it's not over. I'm like, wait, what? How is it? He's like, just keep watching. So we have to speed up a little bit. This broke my heart. I think he sees this castle going. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, wait. No, he does. He does. Opponent says 21 vills to get this castle up. He goes, but I think he right-clicked like a vill over here. So the longswords aren't attacking. Castle was going to go up anyway, though. 21 vills. He doesn't actually try to push it. I was like, just send the rams. Why are we not? I think he respects the castle too much. My opponent starts making elephants. Don't know if they're going to get murder holes. No, probably will be on the way. But elephants on the field now. Still, this is like a winning position. We have knights coming. It doesn't. Sorry, scouts coming. These are still upgraded, but we're losing units to the castle fire. Ram's gonna get cleared up. This was heartbreaking. I still think he's winning, but I'm like, oh, in my when we were on call, I was like, you literally won the game here if you just click the castle with all the rams and all the units. But we get pushed back. We're still producing though. Look, we got triple barracks still full producing. Imp on the way for Woad Raider. And opponents now switching to elephants. Like having elephants. So Chatras, he's going to be pretty sick. Oh no, where's our base? You have a flight in 9 hours. Oh damn. Good luck. I'll probably make this into a YouTube video if you want to check it out afterwards. The flood, we got the first Woad Raider produced on screen from Woad Raider. Let's go. I do hope we get one of the units produced from everybody at some point through the tournament. So I think at this stage, unfortunately, he doesn't know how to deal with elephants. Like I said, we weren't on call when this was happening. And I don't know if he's dealt with elephants or it's just been so long he doesn't remember. So he just doesn't know what to make of them. He doesn't know they're essentially cavalry. But he just keeps making longswords. Longswords and Woad Raider. But they're just so goddamn tanky. But he's doing a great job producing. They do eventually go down. Still high production coming in. We got Trebs. Imp is in, Trebs on the field. And at this stage on the call, I was like, oh, okay, so this is where you win. And he's like, just keep watching. I'm like, what? Why? How is this not where you won? Like, even castle on the face? I'm like, I don't understand. He's like, just keep watching. I'm like, dude, you're... How is this not where you win? So we got 5 stables producing... 6 stables producing elephants. Unfortunately, this is an omen for how this game goes. He never figures out how to deal with elephants. I actually thought watching this, he would still win just because he has the numbers. Opponents like kind of slow producing. We're up to 12. But it's just a knowledge check. He just didn't know. If I was on call with him, I would just be like, yeah, help. Make help. But he did not know. Absolute monsters. Chasing the Trebs. His Trebs are running for his life from 2 elephants. They're actually so goddamn strong. The stats are just so monstrous. Even with good upgrades, we're just losing everything. Another castle on the front of the base for the opponent. I still am thinking he figures it out at this point. We got 3 Trebs. Opponent's still not imp. I'm like, surely we pull this back. Opponent's actually making Ratans as well now. Still only Botkin. Oh no, sorry, we're still Castle Age. But still producing. We got all our barracks producing. Floating quite a bit of res, but so is the opponent. But he just doesn't know what to do. It's a full-on knowledge check. He couldn't figure out how to deal with the elephants. This is also a problem, which I do sometimes too as well. Just like trailing units into getting picked off. But like, what is this army comp? We're now... we saw that elephants worked. So we're like, right, elephants work. Let's make 500 Lycav. Why are we switching units again? Although maybe he's thinking that Woad Raider is going to switch to monks or something. I'm not sure. We're still producing. We're in imp. We're going to go get for some Imperial Age upgrades soon. Units still just trailing in. But Trebs are now pushing the base. Castle's dead. I like how I'm going to get melted by the longswords, but the elephants just don't care. Out of gold all the time. Oh, maybe he had 0 like at that moment. Yeah, maybe just queued a ton of like out there. Has been all over the place though. Like Vietnamese with the infantry upgrades first. Look, all the infantry upgrades. We still haven't actually made any for opponent, but now we got Trebs for the opponent. Elephants are knocking on the door. There's units still walking past the elephants. We're getting upgrades though. Two-handed swords coming, but he doesn't know what to make. That's just the issue. Full on knowledge check. I think he played this really well. For a first time player, never played Glade before. He just didn't know how to deal with elephants. He does now. By God, he knows now. Because he sent me this game, he was like, dude, what the hell do you do against elephants? Why don't they ever die? Look how many two-handed swords are on them. They just don't care. Gets it clear up. Opponent's adding tons of abilities. We're adding ranges now. But elite battle elephant is in. And just because Woad Raider never thinks to switch units. And now also because of the panic, the economy's like slipping behind. Castle's gonna go down. Unfortunately, this is the beginning of the end. I think he played amazingly. Champion's in, my Photon Men champion. Played amazing. He wants to keep playing his Celts. But he's basically just like, screw elephants. Elephants suck so bad. Once I told him that they're just cavalry, he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, just help. Celts, amazing help. You can add monks when it's like low numbers. You can add monks. He's like, I didn't know. I thought they were just like their own thing. They just felt super strong. But yeah, now we're down to 50 vills. He does hold on quite a while. There's actually a characteristic of Woad Raider too. He's not the first to give up. He'll play on until the bitter end. Mini ACCM. He will like rebuild TCs. I think we call it here soon. Bank is getting pretty empty. There's still elephants alive. Like they just don't die. You just need help. Played very well. Yeah, I think so. I think he played it great. He was pretty annoyed at this loss. When we watched it back together, I was like, dude, this was an insanely good game. You just... Oh, at the very... I didn't even remember this. At the end, he makes spear... What? That might have been a misclick. I wonder, did he realize at the end, or did he just click them? That's rough. But now, even for Woad Raider, we're like, okay, no, I'm dead. That's fair. Although, he has a base out here. Ah, GG. He did GG, by the way. I'm very strict with him. I'm like, you good luck, have fun, and you GG every damn game. He GG's after. But damn. Unfortunately, it was a loss. I wish I had a better game that I could show. But this was a great game, I think. I don't think it was a loss on skill. It was just a knowledge check. He just didn't know how to deal with elephants. Now he does. So in future, if he played this game again, I think he crushes. But that was Woad Raider for the first game. So... I hope Woad Raider fans had a good look. We'll hopefully have more to show. I'm hoping he can grind some games out for these last couple of weeks. Here we go. Player number 2, Samurai. We're on Mega Random. And he was a bit nervous. He's actually, I think, the least comfortable on crazy settings like Mega Random. But this map was fairly standard. Kind of like a 4 lakes thing. 2 lakes, I guess. With just like a big open space in the middle. Lots of resources. Lots of deer or mouflon. A lot of boars. Do we have 3? Oh, I thought we had 3 boars. 2 boars. A lot of stone, a lot of gold. Fairly open. Opponent picked Mega Random also. He picked Arabia. He's trying out their maps too, but I think he's just kind of sticking to Arabia now. Mongols versus Tatars. Now, the only thing is, I think the opponent here was like very new. A lot of things they did were very weird. But I think... Like, we're chopping wood. I don't know what's going on here. I think this was a misclick. Unless he wants... I actually don't know what his plan is here. I think he's just new. But we're trying to... We're really focused on pulling this boar. But at the same time, Samurai is also new. Also, sorry, this is... let me check what elo this was. This was... No, this was in, like, the 800s. I think this guy was just new though. We're pulling our boar. Okay, pull. Not the best, but we didn't lose any villagers. Samurai, I was on call with him, by the way. I have to point out. For this game, I was on call. And trying my best not to give too many tips. If he asked questions, I would give him tips. If he was like idling really hard, I would just tell him like, remember to make vills, remember to move your army. Other than that, he was kind of flying. He was figuring out what he needed to do in his base. He was kind of nervous that he didn't have a berry patch because he's gotten pretty good at his build. I was like, no, just go take your mouflon. You have 2 boars. You can add farms if you really need to. We got a lot of sheep, tons of sheep on this map. 8 sheep, goddamn. Still with like 3 also being taken. But he likes Mongols. He likes Mongols. He likes Franks. Needs to branch out a bit. He's been asking me to like teach him a man-at-arms build. I think we'll do that today if I get to coach him today. I don't know. Man-at-arms feels a bit difficult though. The opponent is scouting. We can see our other boar. Idle time is crazy though. He was super focused on that boar. 4 vill lead for Samurai just in the beginning. And I think he saw the water. So in this, he saw the water and I was like, do you want me to tell you how to go for fish? He's like, no, I don't. It's fine. Just leave it for now. I will teach him just in case. But he just wants to focus on his own build for now. Pulling the boar. Man-at-arms is a good start build. I don't know if I agree, Laurie, because like it's not the hardest to do. But to keep your man-at-arms moving, to keep your base, you know, working, to get the range follow up really fast, I think it's a lot to do for people who are completely brand new. Oh yeah, we got a little scout fight here. Look at this, by the way, not much input from me here. The little hill dance is so sick. We get it. We know hill bonuses. I think Samurai comes out. I don't know if he kills the scout though. Downhill hit? No. So I was telling him here, I did, to be fair, give him a comment, like, he is leading you to the TC. So I think Samurai gives up here. Yeah. This was, I think, like, a while ago. I can't remember when this was played. But I'm trying really hard to not comment too much. Because I know, like, if I'm giving them too many tips, they're, like, elo's inflated. I want them to have, like, fair elo games they can play without me. Pretty sick. Got a nice exchange. Was making vills through that. Idle time is a little bit rough, but we're getting there. The SE2 experience should cover that. Maybe. He was I think he was a Protoss player in StarCraft. I'll teach it to him. Yeah, this was pretty sick. So he was asking, like, what do I do now? I have no berries. How do I continue the build? I'm like, go just take your deer. If you want to take your deer, take your deer. You can add a mill, go some farms. He's figuring it out. But I think, I don't know. I'll show him man-at-arms. We'll see how it goes. I think it might be too much. But so far, res lead is crazy. One, because we're Mongols. We had 2 boar. Now we're about to be taking Mouflon. An opponent is actually crazy on the idle time. Just passing. Just passing. Opponent is looming at 14 vills. Maybe he was housed. It's a sheep massacre. Absolute massacre. I keep hinting to them to like move your sheep away that you're not taking because this happens, but like there's just only so many tips they can keep in mind. And this happens a lot. But we got the Mouflon coming in. Supercharged economy for the Mongols. He has eyes out here. Opponent's just taking Mouflon like long range. This also, they all love doing this. I don't know. The compulsion is crazy. They love hitting vills, all of them. And I keep saying like you can if you want to like annoy them, but keep in mind like you need to keep trying to preserve your scout HP where you can. So I would go for it when you know you've got a kill, but if there's like 5 villagers, maybe you leave it, and he just can't help it. Yeah, this makes me think opponent's super new though. Outpost randomly is kind of crazy. Where's Where's the scout? Oh, it's over here. So 20 vil uptime. That's kind of what I've been teaching them. With this build, it's like 4 on wood, most on food. You go pretty heavy on berries. This time, obviously, go heavy on mouflon. And we go scouts. Gonna add some farms. They're really getting better at like adding a lot to wood once you click feudal age. That's a problem I think a lot of people have. We're getting there. This is one thing though that they all do, and I don't know what. To me, I thought it was pretty intuitive that you don't want to use your mill as part of your wall, but they all do it. It's crazy. Like they'll have their mill and their berries, and they'll wall using the mill and berries as the wall, and then over time the vills just like eat the berries, and suddenly there's a hole. It happens a lot. Mill is here. Like I don't know why the mill is out here when we're taking deer here. It just feels like the opponent's very new. But so is Samurai, to be fair. Stable being started. Yeah, look, the mill is just like part of the wall. I don't know. But I didn't want to interrupt him while he was playing, so I just kind of leave him to it. Grabbing our eco upgrades though. Double bit X. Horse collar in straight away. Better eco upgrade timings than me, to be honest. Stable is up. Do we start producing straight away? We're a little bit late actually producing, but he's getting things sorted. He's trying to fix his food economy. There we go. Gets been started. Feudal does get clicked by the opponent eventually. We're on gold. The outposts are crazy. I don't know what the deal with the outpost is. Oh, the vision upgrade, by the way, I told him this in the game because he got housed. I was like, oh, by the way, if you get housed, just grab 10 watch. It's not the biggest deal. Barrack's coming up. He sees this, I think. Yeah, he's going to be a pain. Disrupting the opponent from starting the barracks. Opponent just sends more vills. Does he get a vill? Oh, does get the vill. And pulls away. Pretty sick. He knows, this wasn't me commenting, he knows to not fight when there's like tons of vills. You can like try and pick one, but like the vill just will win with big numbers. Making vills through this the whole time, we're making scouts. That's pretty, like I can't emphasize how he does not play this game. He's crazy new. Build up a nice number of scouts. Gonna be going to 7 scouts. Vill count has equalized though. Gonna go for a range. Opponent's food economy is just non-existent, unfortunately. Did you change your name? I just noticed. Aged my worm till I silk. What the fuck? We're looking for villagers. Poking, prodding, keeping vills going. How's it going, Chrisella? It's a different person. It's another rage silkworm. It's a scary number of scouts. He's still producing, by the way. We're going up to 10 scouts. Huge group of villagers for the opponent, but opponent's economy is in absolute shambles. 18 vills on wood. Resources are getting genuinely insane. 2k res difference. So he's pretty scared of spearmen. I did tell him that like you have 3 to 4 to 5 scouts you can win against spears. Especially if you're ahead, like it's totally fine. But he's kind of nervous to fight him. I don't know where we're going. Oh, actually cancels a few scouts. So he asks a lot of questions while we're playing. He was asking, in this game, he was asking like, when do I stop making scouts? Should I stay producing, like as long as I have the resources? And I just told him like, in this exact situation, you can see the opponents like kind of panicking. Their economy's all over the place. and you have a huge army, you can chill. You can stop producing. You can get ready to go up, or you can follow it up with something else. So like, opponent is making spears. Gonna have 6 spears in the field. So I was like, if you want to keep this push going, you either go to like a crazy number of scouts with upgrades, or you out of range. So I said to him, it's up to you. Like, they're both totally fine choices this game. You can go up or you can go more aggressive with the range. What do you want to do? And then he decided he's going to have the range. Opponent's going to make some archers. This bit, I don't think he notices there's a hole here. Just whacking the house. Opponent, I think he's just terrified. Like, I would be too at this. When I was new, like a trillion scouts on the front of your base. Okay, does notice there's a hole. There's a lot of scouts, but there's a lot of spears around. Some Ville's gonna go down. Yeah, a lot of spears. Okay, keeps him alive. Nutty. What the hell? Yeah, we got skirms. This is, I can't remember, was this the first time he did it? But he's learning like the different options you have coming to feudal age. Like, do you want to go to castle age? Do you want to put on more pressure? If the opponent's only making like spears, especially like spears and archers, how do you follow up? So I gave him his options. He's like, all right, I'll try making skirms. Got fletching, skirms producing, keeping some scouts producing. And I'm like, once your resources just float up, you can just click castle. Nice economy back to home, completely untouched. Crazy resource lead. And opponent's going to get a pretty big shock here when he realizes his spears are not going to be working so well. Takes the lead though. Idle time is kind of rough, but to be fair, he's like dancing scouts around the base. I think he's doing a pretty good job. Here come the skirms where the opponent's like, oh shit, oh shit. Let's see, the micro scout's gonna dance around the spears. Tower from the opponent. Straight to the gold, doesn't care. Keeping Vills, queuing up Vills before this happens as well. Absolute domination. Getting slaughtered. Spears here. I can't remember, does he see the spears? Oh, might lose a lot of scouts here. No. Takes some big hits, but he's moving. A lot of scouts very low though. Where does skirms go? Skirms back off a bit. This castle age though, keep skirms producing. Like, this is, for being as new as he is, this is, I think, crazy play. This is like just a totally normal game. Super solid. Could do with his wall being fixed a bit more, but he's getting there. You have a confession to make? You're samurai? Nutty samurai? No. I promise there's no one. The people who these are not anyone you know. These are my, like, real life friends. They're not in the Age of Empires community. They aren't like, they've never played a tournament. They don't play at all. They don't, except for Woad Raider, who has played ranked games like 5 years ago. They're completely new. But we're getting our eco upgrades. I mean, we're getting our cav upgrades, bloodlines, armor. I can't remember, was he going for knights or step lancers? He's kind of messing with both lately because he's liking Mongols. I think he prefers knights though. Opponent wants to go up. Economy is in shambles because Samurai's just been attacking literally the entire game. Market gets denied by the skirms. Opponent just has no answer to the skirms at all. We have one scout on the field. I don't know if that's the starting scout. Yeah, it is starting scout. Ooh, gets a little bit tickled by TC though. Notices. Holy. The recording freezes. Castle comes in though. Instantly double knights queued. Dude, I think Samurai is going to be very scary. If he could keep up practice for the next 2 weeks, he could be taking it. He's pretty damn good for how new he is. second armor. You notice also he unqueued knights to afford second armor. I commented on that in the game when we were playing. So he knows, like, he knows what he needs to do. Got knights on the way. I was just super proud of this game. And this game he hadn't played in a while. It had been like a week or two since he was able to get some games in. So I was like, right, let's just jump on the ladder. You're going to get some losses and we'll go from there. And then he wins his first game. He wins the first game of the session. I'm like, dude, we're supposed to be losing. Why are you winning? Oh. But yeah, like, it's not too much of a spoiler. There's no way opponent can go back from this. I know it looked in the Woad Raider game, there was chances Woad Raider could still win. Like, there's no way Samurai can lose this. Keeping up constant night production, opponents like trapped in feudal age. We're only just now getting to castle age. Still, we've no way to answer skirms. So sick. I don't know, maybe Samurai's where the bets go, but we got Longboat games to go still. We got one more Samurai game, and I have 2 Longboat games I want to show you. See how long that takes though. Maybe we might end up leaving Longboat games for tomorrow. Should be able to get through them with some double time speed. The only thing is they're like long as hell. Longboat's games are crazy long. We got 10 knights on the way, still knights in the queue. Another stable, this is as well. I was saying, like, he notices his res is just like banking even though he's spending. So I'll drop another building. Hey, like, for being so new, crazy. So at this point, he was walking in and he's like, right, so what do I do? Do I go for like the vills? Do I go for like, I'm like, dude, you are, just click the town center. Like, you're so strong. He has nothing he can do. So he's like, okay. I think he didn't believe me, but then he's like, holy shit, I'm just unkillable. Yeah, absolute domination. Samurai proving my meme even more, yeah. Pretty good with scouts. He wants to learn other builds though. Or sorry, pretty good with scouts into knights. That's a big GG. Does add a town center though. I told him to do this. So I think this was the first game that I told him to make it into town center. Before this, he'd just been staying on 1, and I was like, in this situation when like you're ahead, you're floating a lot of resources and you want to just like completely secure your lead, you're already keeping up production. When you can then afford it after all that, then start adding TCs. But I think I'll show them. I'm gonna show them import. Our opponent is just like completely panicking. There's just no real need to show them. None of them are interested in arena at all, so they don't want to know how to like boom or anything. But what a game. Completely slaughtered. Well, actually, this is the first time I've seen his APM. 24 APM, so fairly slow. But for how new he is, dude, I'm beyond impressed. Crazy. So that's Samurai's first game. We got one more. Second Samurai game. We're on Arabia this time, which he was fairly happy about. He likes Arabia. Mongol picking again. Opponent goes Burmese. He has never seen the Burmese before. So for this one, I was on the call with him as well. And I was just telling him like about the Burmese, like what he can go for. And but I was just saying, just do your normal scouts build. I tried to leave him to it as much as possible, but the only thing is, in comparison to the last game, and this is maybe the first real time it happens, Samurai gets rushed pretty hard, pretty heavy pressure. And I think it was rough, but I think he really needed this. Because he has not, I said in my update video, he really has not faced any kind of aggression. For some reason, his opponents just never attack him. In all the games he's played at this stage, he never gets rushed. Compared to Woad Raider Longboat, who are facing like super aggressive opponents, his opponents just chill. I'm gonna sit on 2 times speed. He actually, oh no, sorry, that was Samurai Scout. Where's the Scout? I was over here. Little bit of a rough lumber camp. He actually is using small trees. I don't know why this happened. You feel fast when playing, but then you're like 20 APM. Yeah, I mean, like, you go at the speed your brain can handle. Same as me. But I feel like I'm clicking very fast, and it's like 40. And there's people who are like 80 APM, 100 APM. I'm like, what are you, literally, what are you left? What's left to click? They have to just be like spamming move commands that aren't necessary. Like, how are you clicking so much? You calling me mentally slow? Well, I mean, I'm kind of calling myself mentally slow. Scouts meet and then pass like ships in the night. But we're scouting each other. Now, this opponent... So, last game, to be fair, Samurai played very well. But I think his opponent was literally brand new. This game, his opponent was... The elo was accurate. This was about 800, 900 again. But this opponent... Oh... Nice. Pulls away from the TC. But this opponent was not new. He played a lot of games. He definitely knew what units to be making. And he gave Samurai a lot of trouble. But Samurai, I have to comment as well, very good at keeping his camera... Oh, look at this. Sorry. I have to point this out. He's so good at this. He's done this multiple times. Gets caught in TC. Watch the dodges. Like, I can't believe he can do this without... I've never taught him this. He just learned himself naturally. For dodging the TC arrows. Look at the clicks. That's so crazy. I was losing my mind on the call. I was like, oh, dude, your scout's dead. And he saved it. The way he waits for the arrow to shoot and then he clicks away. Waits for it to shoot, clicks away. It's so good. And his build is still going the whole time. A little bit of idle time, but it's kind of same for both. Loom's on the way in. 19 vils is a little bit early for us, but that's still fine. Now, I did take damage. Scout is like hurt as hell. Saved it. Fuel on the way. Going for the big walls early on. Are we? Oh, we're 8 on wood because we've won on stragglers. I see. I did tell him to go to the lumber camp. I wonder. I noticed my villas doing this a lot lately where I click like a main wood line and they just walk to a straggler tree. Like they make their own decision for some reason. Why are we 11 on wood? Guess we're already 8 on berries. We're just going to go for farms when we can. Big walls. Barracks on the way. He knows as well. I've told him like when your barracks is started a bit late. I don't know if everybody knows this, by the way. This is like a tip I picked up over a decade ago. If you start your barracks before 60% on the feudal age upgrade, one vil will finish it in time. If you start it after 60%, you need 2 vils. So he knows that. He's pretty good at remembering that. He started at like 70%, so he gets 2 vils. Should get done in time. Yeah, nice. Opponent though, we go aggressive. Very aggressive. He sees the walls being started. He's fast, stable on the way, straight away. Guys, needs to get the food eco under control though. 8 on berries is okay, but gotta be a bit better. Opponent scout coming through. And we got militia on the way. We got the bully boys. And I think he sees them coming. And he wasn't even that panicked, to be honest. But these bully boys end up being a big problem as this game goes on. Getting some walls. Really nice walls, by the way. Fuel hits their opponent. Man at arms. With the militia still chilling at home. We're taking some hairs. Pretty nice walls from the opponent. But if these are caught by scouts, free vills. My scouts are regrouping. They're getting together. I'm gonna catch the opponent right as walls are finishing up. Just managed to sneak in before the wall gets finished. Nice fill pick. Lumen's in also. That felt like it died very fast. Ooh, not going to commit. Also wary of the TC. But now we see the man-at-arms. So I think this is the first time he's ever encountered early man-at-arms. I don't even think these were very early. These are just like late feudal man-at-arms. But he was a little bit panicked when they get here because they cause a lot of problems. What's up, say AoE? What is this? It's about 800 right now, but I think Samurai is very new. I think it's more like 700-ish. But this game was played around in the 800s, I think. But opponent was just pretty sick with it. Going to be full man-at-arm production. Samurai, at this point, is panicking a little. He's asking, like, what does he have to do? And I'm like, ideally, we'd be hitting his base. This is pretty late, but I'm like, just don't panic. If you really are in trouble, we can drop a tower, but just get a range up. I said to him, with his choice of does he want to go skirms or archers? With skirms, like, you just need to pay more attention. And he's like, I think I'll try archers. I was like, right, fine. Get 4 on gold. Keep your archer production up. Get your range going. And he does. Phil does get picked, though. Breeze. Pretty strong man-at-arms. Extra attack. Range is up. And this gets a little bit dicey. He's learning that, like, scouts actually can't really fight that well. Against man-at-arms, he tries fighting back. Maybe picks 1 or 2 here. He knows to fight back. He's not too afraid, but then he's like, oh god, actually, these are wrecking my bills. We run away. Back to TC. Pick 1. And now we're starting the archer production. So hopefully can stay chill from this. But this is really the first time he's felt an actual, like, pressure in his base. So I think he's done a pretty good job of defending. To finish the walls, though. But archers in under production. Yeah, idle time also got pretty rough. 3 Vil kills for the opponent. And kind of crazy idle time, so we're down quite a bit. 6 Vils down. Sees the man-at-arms coming. And he wants to finish his walls. Needs to get some more archers on the field, though. Yeah, this is where we go ahead. He knows the, like, concepts. Nice walls on the opponent, though, but he knows, like, I need to start attacking back. He's like, these scouts aren't fighting the man-at-arms very well. I need to try and get some counter damage. He tries to get them forward. He's just going to try and defend with archers. Also, first time he's ever really used archers. Bills get picked again. Idle time going crazy. He's just like, it's actual panic. He just hasn't been attacked before. But loses quite a bit. He is attacking, I think. Where is this guy gone? Where did this guy go? Oh, they're here. Gets kicked off the gold. We have archers in production, though. We're going to have 6. Town bell rang. I told him about the town bell. But he still likes doing it sometimes. Gets to clear up, though. But still, opponent is just keeping full production. And another Vil to wall, but it's a low Vil again. Tries to fight, but Breeze. Infantry just super annoying. We have armor as well. Forging on the way. He is at least knocking on some walls. I think this does cause a little bit of distraction. Forging in as well. Yeah, it's just scrambling. I don't want to just like keep telling him how to solve the problems. I'm mainly just trying to keep him calm. I'm like, stay, like, you're fine. You've lost a few Vils, but we're still okay. We're still in the game. Keep making units, keep making Vils, try and get your walls down. Just continually filtering in. I don't know what we're looking at. I think we're looking at the scouts. Another bill goes down. Going to be another one. Actually, see though, nice bit of control. Got the stutter stepping. Alright, we try and get back under control. It's getting really ridiculous though. 12 vil lead for the opponent. Opponent's also a bit idle. And the scouts finally causing a reaction. Vil come to repair. But he's still, like, he's trying so long to get these walls finished. It's crazy. He's lost so many Vils just to, like, random man-at-arms walking in and getting the wall Vil. But now he's got a decent number of archers. Opponent, though, decides to add skirms. Right now, I think we finally get... I think this was a vision problem. Yeah, he the map wasn't explored. So you had to build around the fog. Left a gap though. I don't know if you notice this. Alright, we're finally getting a bit of breathing room. Adding some farms. One's on the way to Castle Age though. This is a fair reaction being brought at least. Made some skirms being produced. Has a Vil over here trying to get a second layer of walls just for 4 scouts. Might speed us up a bit here. But Castle's gonna hit a million years before Samurai. Castle comes in for opponent. Just now clicked for Samurai. And this is where the opponent goes crazy. This actually, it gets so rough for Samurai here. I wanted to show like the opposite ends of the spectrum of Samurai's gameplay. He's really good at attacking, but when he's getting attacked, it actually can be pretty difficult. Oh, he finishes the wall, nice. Longsword in. I'm pretty sure opponent comes forward. Oh, that's TC at this point. So on the way to Castle Age here, he was asking me should he still go Knights, because Knights is all he really knows. And I was saying, you can go Knights. It should be okay. It's kind of rough. Like they do still win if you get all upgrades. But with Burmese, you know, having pretty sick pikes, halbs, whatever, and he's going to be on this like infantry for quite a while. I was like, you could try CA, to be honest. It's a little bit riskier, but you just have to defend. He's never made CA before. This is the first time. So he's like, yeah, I'll try it. So I told him, right, drop 2 ranges, get your blacksmith, and then we're just going to try and pump some CA. So he tries his best. I think maybe I should let him just do Knights, though. He does. Oh, he adds in 2 Knights as well. That's pretty nice. I don't remember that. But opponent does not want to give him time to do this. Siege forward. Longsword's in, causing problems. The problem is, yeah, CA just can take so long to actually mass to defend. But I was like, just keep running your Vils. Should be fine. Skirm's just sitting under the TC. Gonna grab our upgrades. So I think opponent actually, I don't know, did he know about like that Scorpions are good against CA, or he just decided to go Scorpions? But this actually is pretty rough. But I thought at this point Samurai had a chance again. We have Knights and CA on the field. Should be able to clear this up, get some walls back down and start to push out. Oh, here come the Scorpions. Hold on, I gotta answer a message really quickly. can't remember when we see the scorpions. But at this stage, I'm like, dude, we're fine. I didn't realize opponent had a second TC and that we'd taken so many losses, but I was like, no, this is great. We got CA producing, got a couple of knights, grab your upgrades. Like, we're still fine. Keep making vills. Repair the walls. Didn't know about this, though. Barracks forward, double barracks forward and a workshop. Scorpions on the way. But I think Samurai does a pretty good job defending, but it gets pretty rough. But nice little mass. 10 CA. I was telling him at this point, like, now is where you try and hit his base. But then we see the scorpions. Tries to pick off the vills. So I don't think he's dealt with scorpions before. I told him just try really hard to not let the CA get shot by them. I told him, like, either use your knights or drop a workshop. I think eventually he drops a workshop. Makes a couple of mangonels. Oh yeah, he just backs off. This was, to be fair, a tip for me. He was going to fight this, and I was like, no, dude, don't fight this. Like, you might kill them, but you're going to take so much damage. They're not going to, like, push your base too hard. Just try and keep your CA alive. But in general, and definitely in future games, I'm trying really hard to not tell him too much. I want him to be able to keep these... Get these thoughts on his own. Some halb as well. This is the scary thing. This is why I didn't want him to go, like, full knights, because opponent is already going pikes. I think CA should be fine. CA with mangonels to snipe the scorpions. Pretty difficult for Burmese to deal with. We're keeping our mass alive. We got some knights. The only thing I'm telling him is, like, you have to be aware that you want to hit him at some point as well. Like, maybe send a little raiding party. Oh, he tries to take the scorpions out with the knights. Gets one. But the pikes are here to defend. The only thing is, he thinks you can't... He thinks they can... They're better at killing buildings than he realizes. I think he keeps trying to kill buildings with CA, and I'm like, no, my friend, they're not. He's used to having a control group of 20 knights. I'm like, they can kill buildings. CA, not so much. Get in with the scorpions. The Vil, like, he doesn't... Blue doesn't care. Still strolling in, but now we get kicked off our gold. I think, yeah, he's got to... Like, look at this magnet on the way. He's pretty sick. Takes some pretty rough shots, though. That was pretty rough. I don't think he actually lost any CA, but a lot of damage taken. A lot of vital eco. But we should be able to hold this back. I don't even think he's microing this. I think he just right-clicked the scorpion. But Mangonel's just, like, flattened scorpions so hard he doesn't even need the micro. But again, at this stage, a lot of idle time. We've lost a lot of ills, but I was like, dude, we're still fine. We have a nice CA mass. We're holding back the push. We just need to clear these buildings. But opponent actually is adding economy back home. Yeah, at this point, I was like, we need to go and hit him. Like, you're holding pretty hard. Your CA that get built at home and the Mangonel should be able to hold. Oh, his Mangonel's killing his own vills, though. Uh-oh. Oh my god, his Mangonel's actually killed 3 vills. It's been trying to kill the man-at-arms, the longswords. He goes forward, sees the TC, and when I saw this while we were on call, I was like, oh shit. Uh-oh. I didn't realize the opponent was actually adding eco. Hasn't done the best, but now Samurai, we're down to 18 vills, and then opponent shows the master plan. He's actually been massing knights the whole time. And unfortunately, Samurai can deal with pikes, can deal with longswords, can deal with scorpions, cannot deal with the big mass of knights. Not super upgraded, but we can't actually stop this. Also, I didn't even notice the opponent was trying to castle on the face. Where did the CA go? CA. Oh, CA actually catch the vills that are trying to drop the castle. We're down to 10 vills. Nah. It's a rough one. I had to show some of the rough with the good games. But I think for this is clearly an opponent who knows what they're doing a lot more than last game. Samurai did a good job. First time he's ever really had that much pressure put on him. So he knows what it feels like now. 25, actually faster APM than the last game. But that was a loss. Unfortunately, I think it was a great game. Pretty hard defense, a lot of pressure. But he did his best. Right, we're in game one. Game one of two that I want to show you from Longboat. Hopefully we get through both, but these are long games. So we're on Mega Random. Longboat is an absolute gamer. He's been going random of just the civs that are in the Crash Course pool, the 13 Age of King civs. He got Gots this time. No, he's against the Khmer this time. But look at this map. Disconnected. This is fully disconnected, so pretty much a full water map. Very close rivers though, like snaky, winding, crazy rivers. Tons of gold in the center. Lots of deer, relics, stone. Map is insane. This is nearly a full water map. Like, control of the water kind of gives you control of the whole map. And like, this is a beginner player's nightmare. This kind of map. But Longboat loves this kind of game. He was loving this game. I was not on call with him when he played this. So he sent me afterwards. He was like, dude, watch this. Just tell me, like, what? Tell me what you think of this game. But he did a pretty damn good job. I've shown him how to play water, kind of. I've shown him, like, you just go more on wood early, drop your dock instead of, like, your second building, add your fishing ships, and then you can try and produce on water. It gets a little bit shaky, though, because he hasn't, obviously, got that many games to practice it on. This is a pretty good one. I'm going to go 2 times speed just to get us going. Opponent Khmer, though, I can't remember the ELO at this point. Let me see. Hold on. Watch this scout for a minute. I'll check the ELO. The ELO of this game was high 600s-ish. We got 5 on wood. It's his house. Gonna drop his dock. Once the villas drop off. I don't even know if opponent goes for a dock this early. Get ready to fish. Not afraid of fishing. Maybe the newest player that I've seen. The player with the least experience ever that I've seen who's not afraid to go on water. Pulling our boars. Actually, I didn't even notice this loses a bill to a boar. Oh my god, too much going on. That's fair though. He's trying to fix his wood. Don't know why we're adding so many to wood though. Like, he knows to stay on food. Maybe he just didn't change his rally point back. Got the boar in though. 9 on wood is kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on here. We're adding fish. There's actually no deep fish. Right now, opponent goes to the dock. But again, we're adaptable. Sees the deer. He's like, okay, nice. I'll mill that. Knows he has berries, but he's like, oh, I'll grab the deer first. Udal click for opponent 20 vills. Idle time is kind of bad though. We're trying. I don't know, is he idling 2 click up? We haven't made a vill in a minute. No, we got a vill. I think he might be actually... Yeah, he's looking at his scout. I think he's trying to figure out, is the map connected? Which it isn't. It's completely disconnected, actually. We're going to need transports. Opponent, I think, has also figured that out. This looks like auto scout, though. Also, one thing I'm proud of, none of the players in the Crash Course using auto scout at all. They know about it. I've told them about it, but they are pretty committed to manually scouting. Arcs on the way. Don't hate these walls. He doesn't know yet. Confirmed that it's disconnected. Land and water. People comes in. Opponent's gonna go for some galleys. Spearman. This is just a habit, I think. I don't hate this. He's too used to being scout rushed, so he just makes some spears in case, which I'm fine with. We're not like heavy producing. The scouts though is a little bit rough. I think he's never played a game that wasn't just a full land game. I think he's assuming this is connected, but it actually isn't. Gonna have 7 scouts that can't go anywhere. An opponent? We got a transport already to jump over? Okay, the transport to drop a mill for berries is a little bit interesting. But opponent's gonna scout with their transport. Full scout production mark coming on the way for Longboat. So Mikolos, this is a recording. These were ranked games. We've been going through some of the Crash Course players. Or the last player now, Longboat. I have 2 games to show you, this one and the next one. But this was a game he played a couple of weeks ago. He played without me. We weren't on a call or anything. And he sent it to me. He was just like, dude, look at this. Like, what? Tell me what you think of this game. So now he's going to realize that actually the land is completely disconnected. He's still not 100% sure. He can't see over here. But he's like, oh, uh-oh. But look, I don't think we've even talked about transports. He knows to make a transport. I think he just picked this up from like watching a stream or like watching games. But I definitely never taught him about transport ships. Picks up 6 scouts. We're heading straight to the enemy base. We're going to make this a scout rush map whether the opponent likes it or not. Opponent's on the way to Castle Age. Opponent has a couple galleys. We haven't started any kind of water navy yet. Oh, we dropped the scouts here first. There just happens to be vills here taking berries. Slaughters. 3 vills down. Opponent has a second dock here too. It's pretty nice. But I think at this point, Longboat is like, dude, what is going on in this map? It is a weird map. He's like, where's the base? Why is there vills here? What's going on? Are the allocated names? These are names that they picked. We have 3 players. Longboat, Woad Raider, and Samurai. They got to pick a unique unit from the original Age of Kings civs. Because those are civs that are like limited for them in the tournament. Jumps back in the boat though. Needs to start thinking about Castle Age. I don't know if he's queued it. No, he's just queued a ton of ills. Economy needs a little bit of work, but he's putting on good pressure. Dumps the scouts. Do we? Hold on. Thinking about it for a minute. The other scouts are still over here. Dumps some scouts on the opponent's base though. Like, okay, this is where the land is. I think he was just completely confused. Like, where is the enemy base? Because he saw a building here. Opponent's going to drop a stable, but the scouts in the base with no units here to defend. They're down. Forging. The Longboat is not planning on leaving Feudal Age anytime soon. But forging hits, like we're gonna start murdering some vills. There's nothing here. Classic Khmer, we've no barracks. Now I don't think he played against Khmer before. He doesn't know about the house garrisoning thing. I think we watched back this replay together and he was like, oh, I didn't realize that. The way vills could hop in houses. We're here murdering. Barracks is now up for the opponent, starting with Spearmen, but vills are dying. And back home, like, I think he knows he should be thinking about Castle Age, but back home, we're queuing galleys. He wants to fight on water now. Just continue the pressure. Yeah, I think this confused him. The vills jumping into houses, he'd never seen before. Oh, vills fighting spears. Or scouts fighting spears. Rather. Oof, okay, he's looked away from it. Is it worth telling him on weird maps that it's fairly spectral? I think he does know that, but like, it was the pressure of the game, and like he found a landing, he found vills, so he's like, wait, what? Why is there vills here? What is going on? And then he eventually figured out the way the map is actually laid out. Yeah, he's got pretty good vision now. But his scouts get cleared up. with some pretty damn good damage. Look at the Vil, like this is his first ever like transport kind of map. 43 Vils to 28. He's crushing it. He's 7 eco kills. We got galleys on the way. I was so proud of this map. Oh, I don't know what these Vils are doing. I haven't seen this game in a while. We watched this. He played this, I think, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we watched it the same day. But it's been a minute. I wonder what he was thinking with these Vils. That was maybe... So one issue Longboat has a lot of games is he tries really hard to not jump back to his town center to make Vils. He has like the select all TC button. But what that ends up doing sometimes is if he's trying to control units at the same time, he sometimes sets the rally point like really far forward for his town centers. So some games he'll have like Vils walking the entire map to just stand in the opponent's base sometimes, and he can't figure out why they're coming forward. Kind of rough. Galleys here though to put on some pressure. Your opponent has galleys to defend though. So this is I love this. It was really funny for me, but annoying for Longboat. So we've talked about water, but we haven't gone too deep into like how to upgrade your water units. He didn't know this game that galleys are affected by fletching, but you'll see he gets like every single other upgrade you can possibly get for galleys except fletching, except the fletching line. He clicks everything else. So his galleys are like super strong, but they have like ridiculously low range, low damage. But opponent again, like the rule is still true. Look what I'm saying. Second TC and Longboat's still miles ahead on Vils on 1 TC. Obviously he was feudal age longer. But Castle on the way in, huge economy. Nice eco upgrades. We have some of them. The opponent's going forward with the galleys this time. Galleys are still producing. Got another transport on the way. Oh, the transport must have been picked off actually. I didn't notice that. Opponent has a transport full of geese. For some reason. Castle hits her Longboat. We're going for a second dock. Like he wants to fight. He knows now though. The next game you'll see like his water, the improvement in his water game between these two games is insane. He learns like you need fletching. But he's not afraid. He's not afraid of water at all. Vils producing, war galley on the way. Galleys producing. And look, opponents 2 TCs. Longboat's still crushing it in Vils. I'm really glad that I made that decision to not teach them to add TCs yet. Because it's just not needed. At this level, it's too much to think about. You're just wasting resources that you're not going to use. It's much better that he's really focused on making his galleys. And all he has to think about is one town center. What is going on here? Does it just galley? Oh, he's collecting. Opponent's actually sailing around the map, collecting all the geese. We're on like Grauple here. That's pretty good. Playing like this will get to 1k. That's what I was actually saying. Like with dedicated play, they will be 1k in no time. They're all of them. All with different strengths. It's actually crazy. Look at the galley production, dude. This is, I'm so proud. Housing is a bit of an issue. It's been an issue for all of them, really. We got Vils Garrison in here. I'm not sure if he knows. But look, we got careening. Hold on. Where's Dock Text? We got War Galley. We got careening. He is going to get every upgrade you can get except fletching. Because he doesn't know that fletching affects it. I think he even gets ballistics. If I remember, it's been a minute since we watched this game. I think he gets ballistics chemistry. But he doesn't know about fletching. Opponent's going to go for the monastery's opponent now on the galley production as well. 10 galleys queued. Only had a 1 dock though. Did 1 dock go down? No. Oh, we got War Galley on the way in the other one. But now it's getting a bit scary. For the record, opponent also doesn't have fletching. Not a Longboat specific problem. But we're here to fight. Killing some fishing ships. And he knows where the dock is. He wants to keep hitting the points where he knows the opponent's units are. And we're in Castle Age in the galley war with neither player having fletching. So at this stage, I don't think he knows about fires. I don't think he knows much about demos at this stage. Goes crazy with demos next game. I can't wait till we get there. But at this point, I think we just stay on galleys for the whole game. But the pressure is crazy. This dock is kind of screwed if the opponent doesn't do something about this. Units still coming forward. The rally points also being pretty good. Most of them are rallying forward. Yeah, he's just killing units as they pop out. Opponent looking to pick up the relics though. One issue as well that Longboat does enough, and if he watches this, he knows it's a compulsion he can't help. He keeps grabbing vills and dropping like 10 shift farms. He'll grab like 3 vills and drop 10 shift farms. So you'll see a lot of farms just sitting here unmade for a long time. Because he makes the decision so fast. He's like, oh, I gotta spend wood. Grab a couple of vills, click, 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 and then he looks away. So I like that he's making farms. But goddamn, he spends a lot of wood very quickly. But look at the pressure. We're like leaving units back to push the dock. Coming around. Oh, let's get a bit scary. Still no fletching for either player. This is pure low elo gaming. Pure low elo legend water. Pulling back, realizing that our numbers are a little bit shaky here. Trying to regroup. The pathing's not helping. Oh, he might have clicked the dock by mistake. I think he did. Transport coming again. Did this transport just never make, or did it get killed by something? Maybe it's just been in the queue the whole time. Our opponent is at least getting back with numbers now. Still no fletching. But again, opponent 3 town centers. Longboat 1 town center, still with the vill lead. 7 vills in the lead. Longboat's never dropped a single town center. He actually has 4 vills in this town center still. I don't think he realizes. But yeah, for teaching, anyone has to teach players, keep them on 1 town center. I think it's actually super OP for helping them learn the game. They don't need to learn about extra town centers yet. This dock should go down. We're still got nice production. What is keeping... Oh, okay, maybe his hotkeys got messed up. He has all his galleys queued in 1 dock. The other docks are idle. That's a bit rough. He's pretty good at putting them on hotkeys. Maybe he forgot to add the new docks to his hotkey. Ballistics. Ballistics for his war galleys before fletching. That's so good. Fletching for the opponent is actually huge with this like little scrappy water fight they have going on. And I'm pretty sure Longboat never gets it. He just doesn't know at this stage. I have told him, but there's so much to learn in the game and he so rarely gets to play water games. Hard to keep it in mind. Heated shot. Like he's clicking everything that has to do with anything that says ship. He is clicking everything from every building, but except for fletching. Opponent's going insane with monks, by the way. 8 monks. We have 4 relics collected. Pretty good from the opponent, to be fair. And it base looks nice. It's just the vill production from the opponent is pretty rough. For 3 town centers, we're still down like 8 villagers. Here comes the new and upgraded ballistics. Ballistics. Galleys, but no fletching. Oh, right click the dock though. That's kind of rough. Monk actually converts one of the galleys. Opponent even transporting the monks to grab the relics on the front. That's pretty sick. Will we notice? God, no fletching is so rough. Opponent's still at least only on fletching, but imp on the way for the opponent, and Longboat is floating a lot of resources. I think also just getting tired at this stage. This is a new kind of game that he's never played before. This weird water like transporting. He has a double transport ship actually here. What is he thinking about it? Wait, triple transport ship. Why do we have 3 transport ships? I actually don't remember this. Holy shit, he's got 9 vills and 3 spears in a transport ship that's coming forward. Oh my god. Keeping him distracted with this galley fight that's actually really not going his way. The monk control also pretty sick for the opponent, helping with the ships. Like, a lot of new players don't know you can convert ships with monks. I think it just doesn't occur to them. Pretty sick he knows that. I actually don't think I've even told him that. He may have just seen that himself. We got the drop though? 3 spears, 9 fills with the transport. Imp on the way. Castle. Okay, Castle, to be fair, he has no army to defend this, so an aggressive castle would be a bit rough. But we're Goths. This is still a scary castle for what's going to come out of it. Still with the Vil lead, by the way. 64 Vils to 59. Opponent has been on 3 town centers for like 30 minutes. 20 minutes. Just stay 1 TC. Until you're really comfortable, just stay on 1 TC. So OP. You're just like keeping you so many more resources to spend on army. Oh, he's thinking about it. Look at this iron casting on the way. He knows what he wants to do. Let's go. 12 Huskarls in the queue. Oh, opponent also drops though. Castle drop on the other side. We're both having the exact same idea on opposite sides of the map. Oof, no conversion. Imp about to hit though. Huskars are queuing up like crazy. Vils are idle inside the castle though. Imp hits. These Vils have been in here the whole game, I think. I think he just doesn't know that they're in here. Economy's not the worst. He just needs to add more farms, more on gold. Still, only just now. We're 45 minutes in the game. Opponent's been on 3 TC. Going to be 4 TC for most of Castle Age. And the entire time, Longboat has had the village. Shipwright Galleon is on the way. We still don't have fletching. Oh, classic. I love it so much. He knows now, though. He actually does know now. It's just, he hadn't done this before. But it's so classic. So good. Like, why would you think fletching affects it? They're boats. We're not archers. I just gotta click every button that says something to do with a boat. Elite Bliss Elf on the way, though. Galleon for the opponent, too. Adding more docks. But Huskarls are building. 12 Huskarls so far. We need more on gold, though. Murder holes. One with tusk swords. The Huskarl's gonna hit though. Opponent sees it. Our Vils. Huskarls don't care though. They don't care about town centers. They don't care about anything. We have monks though. The Vils even garrisoned. Monks are here. Doesn't notice. Look at the splits. 600 elo monk control, better than a lot of players. That like doubled elo. Dude, that was insane monk splits. For 600 elo, that was crazy. Actually a really good defense now. We remember we queue up more Huskarls. Galleon's been producing the whole time, by the way. Still no fletching. Opponents now on Bodkin. And up here, we're actually building a pretty sizable attack. Picking up the relics. Building up ballistas. Heavy Scorpion. They're actually reaching, which is crazy. Building back up Huskar numbers though. Second armor. Double crossbow coming in. And Cavalier, weirdly. We've no. Oh, we're starting some knights for the opponent. Here we go, round 2. Second castle drop. No way. This is actually a nice castle on the hill. Oh, this is so good. I can't believe this is a game as well where I wasn't on the call. He did this all himself. If I was on the call, you best believe he has, like, Bracer. At the very least, if I wasn't trying to interfere too much, he at least has Bracer. Oscar's pushing now. Castle is up. We're in. We got Cavalier for the opponent though, but not upgraded at all. Redemption. I didn't even notice in for opponent. Cavalier do fairly well, but unupgraded Cavalier. Oh, we right click the monastery though. They're not fighting back. Damn. Control still has some issues to be fixed, but now we got Trebs on the field. Produces more Huskars. We just need more gold. More gold income. Still have more gold at home. But this is getting scary now. Opponent's actually building up. Push out here. He's gone though. Second castle for opponent defense. A lot of players think you need redemption for ships. That is true, but opponent has already converted a lot of ships before he had redemption. Maybe he just was clicking buttons. I don't know. Had resources. We're pushing with Vills. What are we doing? We got a Treb though. So at this stage, I think he said to me that he felt like he was losing. I think just because, I don't know why. Or maybe it's in the next bit. He felt like he was losing. I think he's crushing. This is scary. On the top, it's going to be a problem. As long as we can keep Huskarls alive though. It's pretty sick. Trebs pushing the next CC. Back in the lead with Vills, by the way. 69 Vills to 58. Barca could be pretty useful to rebalance our eco a bit. I can't remember why he said though. He said for sure around this point he felt like he was losing, where I was telling him like, I bet his opponent is contemplating resigning at this stage because they know what Huskarls can do. At least it is pretty sick he went to Cavalier though. Getting the armor. Gonna try and dive the Treb. Is gonna get the Treb. That's pretty rough. Yeah, Halbs will be sick. That's the trend with these games. And unfortunately, we're coming towards the end of this game now. We have a similar situation to what happened to Woad Raider, where, again, just a knowledge check. They didn't know how to deal with elephants. We have a big push coming here on the main base. Elite battle elephants, ballista elephants. It's unfortunate. He just didn't know. He didn't know. I don't know. This was like a mistake on my part for not showing them elephants, but I thought... I guess to me it's like intuitive that they're just cavalry, but he couldn't figure it out. Neither could Woad Raider. It's a lot of elephants though. Like these are ballista elephants too. There's one thing dealing with normal elephants. These are scary. 12 elite ballistas. But I was still thinking like his push here should be strong enough that there's still a game. He's also got water control. But here we go. I don't know, has he seen this at all? He maybe saw the walls going down. But he could be focused on the push down here, just killing farms right now. But this is pretty terrifying. Pretty funny that he didn't garrison these villas either. These have been garrisoned like the entire game. So now the TC's auto-firing. But we're in trouble now. Full battle elephant production for the opponent. We're still kind of attacking here. But at this stage, he was telling me like, yeah, he just didn't know what to do. He's like, well, I think I'm dead. He actually transports some vills away, which is pretty sick. He has no way to defend this. So he can keep his eco alive and get them running. Trebs in production again. And yeah, at least some of his eco. We got 26 vills in here. That's not the worst. Opponent's eco is still pretty rough. 51 vills. Like we've had so many town centers the whole game. Really struggle to make vills. Space is totally dead though. Oh god, Capture Age. I might restart Capture Age after this. It's really struggling. Gets a new TC. Like, similar to Woad Raider, Longboat does not give up easily. He's actually worse than Woad Raider. There's a couple games, I'm not going to show them because they weren't as good as these two. But there's games where he gets rushed and he just runs his whole eco out of the base and like builds a new town center in the corner of the map. Rather than like resign, he lets his base die. It hasn't worked for him yet, but he just is so unwilling to resign. He'd rather just start a new base in the corner. Which is pretty sick, pretty good mentality to have. Here we go. We still have an economy. Dropping the farms. Opponent probably thinks he's like completely won now. Now, while we were watching this back, Longboat was saying like he assumed he was completely dead. He's like, I was just playing on for fun, but I'm like entirely dead. I'm like, you're actually not. Like, there's still, if you could get the helm, keep your trebs alive, this is still winnable. Opponent is just not adding eco ever. So any vills you kill is like huge for you because he does add vills. And he thinks about it. He's got Pike. I don't remember this actually. Because Woad Raider couldn't figure this out and I wasn't on call with him here. Could be because he just has no gold. He's thinking I'll just make any units I can afford. But he does lose this game where there's not long left. Opponent just steals his base also. Pretty heavy shame. I really thought he had this one. I think he played so well. On such a crazy map for a beginner, it's insane. But the elephant problem, I didn't know elephants would be such a problem. Yeah, we actually thought, oh wait, we cancelled pikes. Oh, maybe the barracks died. I think that might have happened. The barracks might have been back here with the pikeman upgrade in it. That's rough. Treb gets killed again. Oscar's gonna get taken out. I think he calls it somewhere out here. What a game though. This was so, like, I loved watching this the first time with him. I was laughing so hard. If only he knew about fletching, but I think the elephants would have still been a problem. But he knows fletching now. For sure, if he knows anything now, he knows that galleys are affected by fletching. Opponent flattens the whole base though. Pretty well done. He's still making units, making more trebs, making more huskarls. He's not ready. Thinks about monks. I never taught him this. I don't think we ever got to elephants with Longboat. Maybe I talked about the Woad Raider game with him. Maybe that's why he knows, but he would have switched to Pike way earlier if he did know. Castle's gonna go down though. Galleon's still being really annoying. Oh, he's just losing all his houses. His original houses in his base are dying. He can't make units. No, he calls it somewhere here. What an amazing game though. I genuinely love this one. One of the best ones I've seen of the Crash Course ranked games so far. The 30 vills, 24. Opponent's also getting back on water now. Wherever it is. Oh, dock's over here. Oh yeah, I gotta restart Capture Age. It's really lagging. Here we go. What a game. I love this game. And the fact I wasn't on call at all, he like was encountering so many things for the first time that he just figured out on his own how he was going to deal with them. Opponent got there. It was just another knowledge check. He just didn't know how to deal with elephants. But pretty sick. The eco being so good, despite the opponent put on multiple TCs, was... Oh, what a game. We've won more. Longboat, the Eternal Mega Random stand. We're on Mega Random again. And this is a sick map. This is like kind of Baltic full water, a lot of deep fish. This is literally Longboat's jam. This is the kind of map he loves, which is insane for the most beginner player by far. So we got an opponent on the Khmer. Longboat random the Chinese. He was a bit nervous. He'd never played the Chinese, but I was on call with him for this game. I just told him, like, get loom, get onto food quick. Don't worry about it. Like, just try your best to get Vils producing. She did pretty well. On this game, I was trying really hard to not help him too much. I gave him some tips. Same as how I've been saying I've been doing with all the players when we were on when I'm on call with them, is I'm watching. If they ask questions, I'll answer. And if they're clearly like missing something, or they're like really idle with something, I'll just remind them, like say like, dude, you got to make Vils, you got to keep your units moving. Or if they're like clearly just making the wrong unit, I might tell them like, dude, you need to make X whatever against this. But a lot of this was himself. This was him figuring out how to fight water after the last game. This was, I think it was maybe a week after. I'm not sure. It was a while after. This game was sick though. I might have to speed up though. It's a long one. But sick map. This is the exact kind of map that Longboat wants in the tournament games. What's up, D1000? You would have loved to participate in Crash Course, D1000. Unfortunately, you're too good for Crash Course. my Crash Course, the idea is I want them to be literally brand new. All my 3 competitors in Crash Course are new players. I want them to be coming in with nothing. I teach them the game over like about 2 months, and then I make them play a tournament. So we got a little bit less than 2 weeks for the tournament. It's going to be sick. I actually don't know who's going to win. So if you hit, the video link in the exclamation mark Crash Course shows like kind of the profiles of the players, the games they've played. I don't know who's going to win at this stage. Is there a video of the trainings? Yeah, check the update video. I have a trailer. I have a video that shows like their profile, and in that video I go into like how they've been training, how it's been going on, and then this is some of their ranked games. We're getting near the end though. The only thing is all of them haven't got to play that much this month. We've 2 weeks left. Hopefully they can get more in, but they're busy. Like they all have full-time jobs. That's why I made the event so long, so they can like practice whenever they can. But it's been a rough month. Hopefully we can get it. They're still, I think, pretty evenly matched. Gun to my head, I think Samurai could upset it and actually take it. Depends on the day, and especially what mega random map that Longboat gets. If Longboat gets this mega random generation, he could take it. He's a little bit weaker on Standard Arabia though, but he's also been playing the most by far. Out of the 3 of them, he's maybe played like triple the games of all the other guys. He's really wants to win this. Going to go for his dock. Elevation in water. Yeah, elevation does work in water. It's weird. To me, it makes no sense, but it does work. Otter, you had a map against Mongols yesterday? You had a map against Mongols yesterday? You triple castle dropped Mamluks into their base? Oh, like this kind of map? That's good. I was a bit worried when I saw Khmer, because he had just lost to Khmer recently on the same kind of water map. Rough. Laurie, you played on this generation before against a Mongols picker. They didn't go water. So because I was on call with him, I actually did comment that to him. I was like, before you go full send on like galleys, fires, whatever you want to make, just check that he is going water, because this was again around like 600 elo. So there's a chance his opponent just like doesn't make a dock at all. You don't want to spend into like full double triple dock galley production, then your opponent's just not on water at all. I think he did a pretty good job. So we're going to fish. And then speaking of that, opponent hasn't docked yet. He does dock eventually. The Egg 101. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Or Theg. Theg? The Egg. Got fish on the way. He's done a pretty good job at the Chinese start, to be honest. 2 minutes idle time is pretty rough. But he'd never played Chinese. Gets the scout kill. But first time Chinese. Kind of a hard start. Got there. We got the fish working. They all have a habit of doing this though. They kill the they kill animals really close to the center of the TC, so the vills get a trouble like getting a full wraparound. Not the end of the world though. Oh, so the GG. I thought there's an extra E. It said the egg. The GG 101. That makes so much more sense. Sorry. I thought there was 2 E's. But Vil count the same. Longboat currently winning with the fish production. The egg. Once you say it, I get it. The GG. But I thought there was, my eyes just read it as 2 E's. I've been having that problem as well. People, when I raid people keep calling me Addictiveme. Where, what? What's a Veem? Addictiveme? I've never had that before. I've actually had multiple people do that. How is that easier to read than Addictive Me? Crazy. But fuel on the way for Longboat. Still no fuel. I assumed at this point, so I wasn't talking too much to Longboat at this stage, but I was a bit worried that the opponent would just like straight FC into elephants, into ballistas. I was keeping that in mind. Look at the walls. I didn't tell him to do this, by the way. Oh, it's actually open. I was going to say he walled his dock fill in, but it's open. Goes for the wall on the side of the map, though. Pretty sick. Addictiveme. Maybe. I mean, that I would like that better than Addictiveme. How do you read that out of Addictiveme? Addictiveme. Fuel coming. A lot of idle time from the opponent. Maybe we're idling. Oh, we're focused on a board pool. We have farms as well. For how much food is on the map? It's kind of crazy that we're going to go farms. Well, fuel's in. Heavy on wood. We're ready to fight for some water, I think. This wall is so sick. Or a drink. Yeah, I will be 2 times speeding eventually. This is a fairly long one, but this was such a cool game. Had a tweet read out on TalkSport. But it's really fun. Change your surname from Harnden to Hamden. Hamden. Oh, the R and the N like combined into an M? Yeah, I see what you mean. Opponent with a lot of houses. Still no dock. And look, this is what I'm talking about. So he was talking about going water first, and I was like, just do me a favor and just run a fishing ship all around his shoreline. Just check. I want, before you go full triple dock, check that he's on water. Pretty sick. So he knows, at least for now, there's no dock. There will be a dock. But he knows now he doesn't have to go super hard on production. Gonna just go for a couple galleys first. Getting onto gold. I will say, Longboat has been doing amazing. In terms of progress, for having the least experience to where he is now, I think he's doing the best. He has issues though. Biggest issue, he would be the first to accept. Shift Q is actually such a problem for him. Shift Q is like surprisingly less intuitive than I would have thought. He has a real problem where like he knows what he wants to do. He goes to do the right thing. He'll grab a vill and then say like he wants to, whatever, make 2 buildings, add a wall. He'll grab this vill, go shift, build, add the wall. He doesn't get the villager to stop doing the wood cutting first. So she has those commands, like it's in her shift queue, but she'll finish the whole damn tree first. He does that all the time with other things, like if it's a gold mine, it's the worst. Oh. I meant to mute the cough. Oh, it's a football radio station. Going for a barracks though, or a blacksmith. Just one galley I loved. He just wants to check to see is there dock coming. Still no dock. I actually couldn't believe it was this late. The opponent does actually fight fairly hard for water. Market blacksmith on the way in. The housing crisis being solved. This is an issue they're all having. It's like the most relatable ever. They all are struggling with houses. Tokihi. The Stonewall opponent gets this. I don't know if the opponent saw this. No, it didn't. The opponent gets the same idea. Gonna Stonewall the sides. Castle on the way for opponent. Holy... I actually didn't see this. We didn't watch this game back. I watched this live with him. What was it called? 4 barracks and then Market Blacksmith. No, sorry. 2 barracks and 2 sables. I thought they were all barrackses. Still no water. I swore he was on water by this stage. This is... must be a longer game than I thought. I might 2 times speed it for a bit. The longboat sees the stone walls coming in. Could actually mess with this Vil. Doesn't notice. Castle on the way for him as well, though. Getting his second dock. But he's done a fairly good job. And he knows that when he has water control, one, to add some fish. And he knows as well that, like, when he's fished a lot of the deep fish, to just, like, add a couple more docks. Keep the fish working. Ooh, a spear actually took out a scout. Foraging first for the opponent. It's pretty interesting. Ooh, finally, 21 minutes his opponent wants a dock. It felt way earlier when we watched it. Infantry armor first as well. But nice, fish economy's back online again. This is the first time ever he has a second TC, by the way. He asked in this game, and I was like, your economy is so nice, you could actually add a second one. He's like, all right, how do I do it? And I was like, just put it on any resource, try and keep it. He already does like select all TC. Like, as long as your rally point's good, keep on top of your houses. Should be fine. Pretty cool. I think this is the first time ever that he's added a TC. But he's got a monk, which I actually don't remember. Where is his monastery? Oh, here. Oh, yeah, this, because there's actually a lot of relics. His idea also, I didn't tell him to do this. He's pretty on top of the relics. The double TC with 1 Vil each is interesting. This wood line is insane, by the way. 18 Vils. No, even more. 19 Vils. Docks are up, though. Doesn't see yet. It's going to be double dock. It fires gill nets, by the way. So he's seen my stream before, and he loved it when... whenever I go crazy for people like remembering gill nets exists, he's determined to remember that gill nets exist. I didn't tell him this. Oh, he sees the dock though. Gonna grab his upgrades. Fletching! He remembered too. This is after we went over the last game. Don't know if it was the same day. I think it wasn't. But he knows now. Fletching exists and works on your galleys. You should use them when you're on galleys. Opponent's gonna go fires though. We're gonna be in. I don't know if the micro is exactly there yet. But he's kind of got his worth out of the fish. He's fished a lot. Bodkin is in. And this is his first time literally ever making demo ships. He kind of had a bit of a mind blow moment when he realized there was a second page to the dock. We hadn't gotten quite that far because water doesn't come up too much in the crash course settings. It's only if Mega Random happens to give them water map do they need to know about water. Yeah, galley shooting uphill. Gonna get a third dock, dude. Playing this is, I know it's not nothing impressive. To me, this is so impressive. When I say he's never played the damn game, before Crash Course, he's played one AI game, and he never played as a kid. To get this far so quickly, I think is genuinely insane. Even, like, I know he's had a lot of help, but it's a hard game. Hard game with a lot of stuff going on. It's crazy. We're slipping behind in Vils, though. I think he's a bit worried that he's going to lose water. He's got some demos. He's going to add some fires as well. This is one thing, like, I think when we played this game, I was doing something on my other monitor. I was watching his game on Discord on my second screen, but he kept doing this. I noticed he was like running the demos into the docks. I was like, no, 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 no. That's maybe not the best spending of resources. He just didn't know. He's like, okay, they kill themselves, sure. Maybe he thought they were like more petards. So I did tell him about that, but he's got the production. Galley's gonna build up. Maybe forgot about these ones. Gonna expand down to the side. I think he's doing great. Only 5 villas behind. Opponent's 3 TCs. He's one. Oh, opponent has 2. I thought it was 2 castles. Opponent has a castle though. Opponent towers, which is actually kind of rough. It's an uphill tower as well. On the galleys. Just a blame for him losing Navy. You can blame me for the last game where he didn't know fletching worked on galleys. That was literally my bad because we hadn't. There was no need to teach him water yet. I didn't know I would need to. It's so... Oh, it was so perfect. I love how he got every tech you can get for ships except fletching for his entire galleon army. Imp on the way though for both players. A little bit faster for Longboat. Fortunately, the tower's actually getting a lot of value. Yeah, he's finding his loose ships. Don't need to teach the Meg random majority water. Well, literally no, because my plan was to teach him it when he had a water map. Because he's already completely brand new. He has to learn the game first. So he had his first water game. That was the last game. And I was like, right, I will now show you what the ships do. I didn't want to overload him. Like he's completely brand new. Right, they're actually losing a lot to this tower. But Imp is in. Galleon is on the way in. I think we get Bracer, hopefully. Going for some siege. Extra docks being added. Now he sees the Bliss Elephants. This point, so I will say, it also ends up determining how the game goes. He just asked me, how do you deal with ballistas? And I was like, I just told him. So this wasn't his own choice. I just told him go rocket carts. He's going to castle. Great castle, by the way. I think this was his idea. Shipwright. Oh my god, we're getting everything. Armor. Hold on. But we got Shipwright, Chemistry, Bracer. Oh, we did get Bracer. Sick. But I did tell him just go rocket carts for the land army. He could see the opponent had ballistas from the water. But now we're kind of starting to wreck. And we're adding more fish. Someone got picked off. Maybe we need to add some more docks. Can't remember. I don't think he expands for more docks down the side. Only thing is, we're on fire, and I'm pretty sure opponent eventually gets to fast fire. We do get... Yeah, we get fast fire. Dragon. I don't remember him doing this because Dragon Ship. Holy. I don't think I've ever even clicked Dragon Ship. Oh, he undoes it. The loose swans, yeah. He's the ballistas. This tower has gone insane. I can't believe I didn't notice this. I would have pointed out to him on the call if I'd noticed, but this tower has killed 22 ships. It's just constantly killing things. God, it's actually also not killing things now because he's outranging it. Some loose swans, though. Damn, he's queued a lot. Loose swans are expensive. Oh, no, they're apparently free. I don't know what the actual cost is. There's something like a bombard cannon level of cost. Fast fire, though, does end up causing some problems here. Look at his vil count, dude. I'm so proud. 97 vils. The opponent's 79. At like 600-ish elo, that's pretty sick. Fast fire though. Fast fire doing fast fire things is actually does cause a problem. He's gonna start some land army though. Crossbow on the way. Got 2 ranges on the field. Pretty nice castle. So he can get his water army built up again. I was nervous though. I did, because of the last game that he lost to elephants and I had water like this, I was nervous he's going to go the same way. Goes for heavy demo. I was worried. But he's really focused on water now. He's trying out the demos. Heavy demo going to come in. Pretty sick. Don't know, does he have no, no dry dock. Not dry dock yet. The Schwans are pretty sick though. Whoa, why are we... Come on, must be a rally point. They're going in so deep. Ooh, dry dock as well. Still making some... Oh no. Galleons. Okay, I thought we were making demos still. Dragon... Oh, he does go dragon ship. No, rally point is just sending ships into their deaths. Oh, we have some ships stuck. Walling the side again. Super sick. Ooh, opponent with the cannon galleons. Actually, that's a bit of a problem. Dragon ships. Why are we got like... Oh my god. Rally points being such a problem here. They keep sending ships immediately into die. Okay, now we have 10 heavy demos in the queue. This should help a lot. Big explosions. There we go. Conscription. Opponent's economy now looking pretty nice as well. Was stuck on 70 for a good while. But now we're getting to the similar economies, expanding out to the other goals as well. Now, he's not doing this. They're just like auto going to the dock because they're in range, but he was doing this earlier on. This tower has killed way too many units. Oh, he notices. No! Oh my god. 25 kills on this one tower. Why? Look at that, why we're still killing docks with demos. Ballistic production back underway for the opponent. 3 castles. What are these castle positions? I'm going to speed this up again. We got our first rocket cart in the queue. Murder holes. Ones should just eat all the docks though. Somehow these fish are just totally fine taking this. Ooh, the TC I like. Castle as well. I remember actually specifically in this game, I was watching at this point when he added this castle, and he keeps trying to make a treb here. And I had to keep stopping him. I'm like, wait, why are we making a treb? He's like, I don't know, just to like defend. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, oh no, I just want like, if I had a treb out here, I could like defend this side. I'm like, no, can we just spend on the push? He's like, oh no, I just want to make like one treb. I'm like, okay. Oh, he did make it as well. Oh, here it is. Like, why do we want one treb? We got the push out here though. This castle actually goes down. I think he remakes it. Oh my god, I didn't even realize he remade it in the same spot. But ballistas are actually ready to push now. Okay, we're gonna start more units. Rocket cart production could be better. Oh my god, we're just walking in. Micro issues. castle actually gets denied. Blue swans? Actually, holy, look at all the projectiles. I haven't really used these yet. God, blue swans go crazy. Alright, now we're making rocket carts again. Oh my god. We're making... Yeah, this is a thing that we've been having, is that, like, when I tell him to add buildings, he normally just adds one, and I'm like, add a lot of buildings. Like, when our economies are this big, keep adding buildings. And I don't think he believes me when I say, like, 10 buildings. Maybe not workshops. But, like, ranges, I'll be like, add 10 ranges. He's like, oh, okay, you mean just, like, add a couple of ranges? Like, no, literally add, like, 10. Just keep adding buildings. As long as you can spend more, add more buildings. My castle could actually still be finished. If you can get forward a little bit. Opponent maybe pulled back too much. I don't know why the opponent didn't want to just push in. The Lush ones were hurting, but I don't think that much. Maybe opponent actually can't deal with them. Heavy rocket cart on the way. Got a nice secured new section of gold. Actually, idle bills in there. Whoa, 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 where are we on? Ooh, fast fires back out. He's gonna pull them back to the castle. Yeah, he's figuring it out. He knows, like, okay, they make fires, I make demos. Nice shot. Okay, what's going on? I don't know what we're looking at. He's maybe just focused on the water. There we go. Oh my god, this always happens. He decides, the time they decide to do something is exactly the time the opponent also decides. It's crazy. The moment he finally decides to make it, the opponent decides to attack it. Uncanny. Opponent is building back up to a decent amount of villas, but the economy is actually crazy rough. Opponent's out of gold. Wow, opponent's completely out of gold. I didn't even realize. Yeah, no gold at all. Yeah, no gold left. Has a pretty nice army though. 40 ballista elephants, 5 trebs. We've got a lot of rocket carts building up. Still doing this. It's driving me crazy. He's still trying to demo down docks. I don't know why. When we've been making loose swans all game, he's just obsessed with trying to demo the docks down. Opponent wants to get a mining camp on this gold. I don't think he knows. Oh, he does. He's seen the TC out here. Still wants to try and sneak a little mining camp on it. Opponent wants to push again, but this time we actually have a pretty decent army. The rocket carts fire pretty well. Why is the Treb attacking? Why is the Treb in here? Ballista elephant's actually doing negative damage. The rocket carts are doing really nice damage. Melted. Now, to be fair, he admits himself he wouldn't have thought of rocket carts. That was because I was on the call with him. So I'm worried it's actually boosting their elo a bit. But I'm trying not to comment too much. If they ask a question, I'll tell them. Like, he was like, right, what do I need to make here? But I wanna comment less. Pretty sick though. He got the production. Holy, what is going on here? I think either player has noticed. Blue knew there was a TC here though, so we're just doing some sharing is caring. Add some more ranges to fill out the army. Opponent's trying to rebuild, but now how do you rebuild back to 40 bliss elephants with no gold? Sure. Oh, we have actually some navy still sitting in the middle here. Is that the point of trading? Yes. I would like them to like get to a stable elo first though. Because I think especially Samurai, I have him a bit too high elo because I've been on call with him for most of his games. And I'm really trying not to tell them too much. But he's for sure won games that he wouldn't have just because like I told him what he should do. Which he, like, his opponent doesn't have that advantage. But yeah, I'm not like basically I'm not playing. Oh holy, we got a castle versus tower war here. Oh, this is gonna go up. I think what I would prefer them to just like play the games, and then afterwards I'll go over with them like what the problem was, rather than me like tell them what to do live in game, so they don't like end up having to rely on that, because they obviously they're not gonna have me on call when they're playing the tournament games. But they're doing so well. Like a lot. This game was played with me, but the Gothcomer game was played without me, and I think he did so well. He's finally clearing out the docks. And now, opponent has no gold. Daniela, what's up? Daniela with the raid. How are you doing, my friend? How's your stream? You were casting, weren't you? Oh, Kiki, thank you. Yes, we're casting my first ever event. We're casting Crash Course. Crash Course is my event where I took 3 players who are complete beginners to Age of Empires, and I'm teaching them the game over a period of about a month and a half, about 2 months, and then I'm going to throw them into a tournament bracket against each other to see what they've learned. This is, so they're all in hidden identities. We're on the last player now. We have Longboat here. We looked at Woad Raider. We looked at Samurai. And this was kind of a monster game. This was one of his first water games. But he did so well. Chinese versus Khmer here. And he's kind of done so well with controlling space that his opponent is completely starved of gold. Trying his best, the opponent has played this pretty well too. But I don't think he can deal with this level of rocket carts anymore. Arb is now on the way. Now, Longbow has proven to be kind of the fan favorite so far because he's the least experienced by far. And he's like the most base player ever. He hates Arabia. He hates Arena. Every time Arabia comes up, he's like, oh, come on. He loves Mega Random and he loves water. And he's never played the game before. Before this event started, he's never played Age of Empires. It's so good. But I mean, this is a pretty unstoppable push. Opponent's trying. We're using whatever money we can scrounge up from the market. Pretty scary army from both sides. The difference is though Longbow has the gold. He's had the fish the whole game, and now he has the last gold on the map. There's a monster push. Arb numbers could be better, to be honest. Only 11 here. Where's the rest of the army? Oh my god, there's half the army sitting at home. Here we go. I wish he brought the whole army, but these are pretty strong. No, it's actually not going to go that well. We should have let it build up a bit more. I don't know why he was so... I kind of remember this. This was a couple of weeks ago. He was really committed to pushing, which I like. But I mean, we have infinity resources. Go to max population. Get a big army. Oh, I like this though. Get the stone wall to stop if the opponent goes to push. Ooh, it's gonna... The lumber camp's gonna be part of the stone wall though. But the gold is the main issue by far. He's tons of gold. Still tons of gold to go. Opponent has nothing left. But dude, this was like maybe his second water game ever. I think he did so well. Using like 50 vills to make the stone wall I think is a bit excessive, but I respect it. He wants it up. Hopefully he finishes the wall. I think this is still open. Does he finish this? I really hope he finishes. I think he does. Nice. Sorry. Turns into a stone wall. We got a full iron production this time. Yeah, we've just got to start spending. Puts a gate down. That's nice. Blue should push. Blue honestly should. This has been a trend in a lot of them. In a lot of the games where a player or another has a really good chance to win. They're just too afraid to actually attack. But the longer this game goes, I feel like Blue should know that Longboat should be winning this. Yeah, we're going to hit 40 arbs here. What's up, Silver Clips? Alright, let's speed up a bit. I think there's nothing left to happen in the game except this fight. It's just when one of the players decides to right-click forward. I did tell him though, like this is another comment I gave, was like hit max pop. Before we're fighting, just spend all your resources down. We need to get as much army as we can get out of this. Holy 1 hour 20 minutes wheelbarrow. That's like my timing. Ooh. Trying to get back on water, but do schwans and galleys. Okay, here goes the big push, I think. And this is a much healthier army for Longboat. Oof. Oh, doesn't even let it fight. GG called. I knew one of these pushes was the end as I watched this game live, but it's been a few weeks. Dude, what a sick game. This game also similar APM to Samurai. I actually didn't realize their APMs were close. I thought Longboat was slower. That's sick. Is he even a little bit faster, maybe? Dude, I was so proud. This game, I mean, he really could have lost this if Blue had played a little bit differently. Because he had the advantage a lot of times, but I think he was literally live experimenting how the water worked, like what units he needed to make. He identified, though, that he needed the space. Dropping castles, dropping TCs, the stone walls. Dude, like I can't wait. We got 2 weeks until the actual tournament games. I have no idea who's winning at this point. I really don't. They're all doing so well. My only gut instinct that's pushing me towards Samurai a little bit is just because he attacks. He attacks a lot faster than the other two. But I think it's so doable. But that's it. I actually think I get through them all. That's all the games I wanted to show you today. I will have more. The 30th of this month is the end of their practice period. Then they're going to schedule their games. I'm going to get help to record them so that I don't know the results so I can cast them live on stream. But I can't wait. This is just like peak entertainment for me. I want someone else to make this so I can watch it.